here. I'm sitting next to the Honorable Secretary General of the YMCA, Mr. Carlos Sanvee, who's here to tell us about YMCA's special initiative that is happening right around the world right now called Watch and Do Parties. And we just want to share with you what's been going on with that initiative and how it's been so impactful for those who are connected to local YMCAs. So tell us about the Watch and Do Parties.
Thank you. Today is a very important day for young people after what happened yesterday, where young people can show the power of mobilization, the power of conviction. But the special youth climate action, we know that it's only limited young people can come today for many, many reasons. What happened to the other young people around the world? So YMCA, simple idea, how can we use our space to allow young people to come and have through technology to watch what is happening here. Use it as a party to celebrate the youth leadership into what is going on. So as we are speaking around the world in more than 90 locations, young people are gathering to watch what is happening and also to take action, because this for us is the most important part. It's not just enough to protest, but what happened next? So they need to take action. And so while they are putting pressure on decision of political leaders, they also want to take action to show that they can do something themselves. So all young people all over the world now are watching, and those who will watch later, we're just encouraging them to continue to do that because they are the one having the decision-making power today.
Absolutely. I mean, the YMCA played a big role in my own childhood. I grew up in Miami and South Florida area, and I remember going to the YMCA to take swim lessons and to just go to play in the gymnasium. And I just think it's such a staple pillar in our communities that it's very necessary. So thank you for that. And so how does it work with the Watch and Do parties? Is there someone at the local YMCA that is facilitating this and allowing young people who are interested in this topic area to connect?
Beyond gym and swim, YMCA is a community place where young people and the community meet. So we have a big leadership program. We train young leaders, so particularly those who call change agents. So in many of those locations, change agents, young people have been trained, and they want to convey the meeting, invite their friend through social media to go to the YMCA, to use the YMCA today, and to transform that YMCA in the mini climate action, is to transform that YMCA to mini New York today, so that they can have this feeling and they can contribute. So leadership through change agents, but young people from the community are going there.
So can anyone who has a YMCA in their community, can they reach out and find out if there's a change agent available at their location?
Yes, unfortunately not all the community are organizing the Watch and Do party, but they can check, because on the websites where there is it's visible, they can join. And it's not also too late. It needs just 3 people to have access to internet and to start organizing the Watch and Do party. It's not too late to organize at the location, at the YMCA, wherever they are. Young people can just meet and watch what is happening here and take commitment that they want to do something about it. After this week, they need to continue the commitment towards the sustainable goals.
Beautiful. Yeah, it just goes back to that simple phrase of thinking global and acting locally.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so important that our young people understand that, because we can get overwhelmed and it gets a bit scary sometimes when you think about the global issues. But if you just start where you are,
yes,
and use the resources that you have available to you, starting with the YMCA, I think that's an incredible thing. And so how else can youth get involved? Can they connect online as well if they maybe don't have a change agent at their local YMCA, or they don't have a YMCA near them? How can they get involved?
It's wherever people are, there is a YMCA. Let's make sure that wherever people are, there is a YMCA, and through the hashtag YMCA or through the hashtag YMCA for climate or YMCA for environment, you can have a link to the YMCA close to your community, close to your location, and through online you can act today. So it's very easy to find the YMCA, and even beyond the YMCA, we just invite young people to join youth group. Before my time, I can see many young people are taking action. Young people don't necessarily to go to the YMCA. Wherever there's a youth group for taking action, they need to go and do that, because we need to unite our force to make sure that we change this world sustainably. So that's my message to all the young people. Wherever you can join the YMCA, we'll be happy to have you. but do something about it.
Amazing. And last question. So how have the chain or the watch and do parties, how are they aligned with the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals? Are there any specific stories or any kind of examples that you have that you've heard from some of these parties that you've seen in alignment with the SDGs?
A few minutes before this, I was looking at Twitter. I saw from Zimbabwe, very Zimbabwe, very remote place. They sent a photo of a flooded village. The village was completely flooded, and say, this is our commitment. We don't want this to happen anymore. So the young people in that community in Zimbabwe, they want to understand why that is happening, what they can do to prevent it. So when we say that, we say a lot of things, because when you look at the root cause, it's not just the climate. There are many things humans are doing based on the poverty, access to clean water. Everything is connected to those actions. So our goal as a YMCA is to make sure that young people become solution provider for issues they are confronted with. So we are in more than 14 of the sustainable goals. I can tell you, all over the world, YMCA, more than 14 SDGs, you will see YMCA involved in that. So we are happy to continue to do that.
That's phenomenal. I like how you said solution providers.
Yes.
That we can now focus our attention back on young people to look to them for answers, because I think they're doing their research, they're working hard and using the resources that they have to figure it out and to do the best that they can for their communities.
Yeah, and whether there is a camera, whether there is an international media or not, YMCA and young people are working. They don't wait for anyone to tell the world what they are doing. They are doing because they are convinced, because the future is in their hand. So to those young people, I just want to say, keep it on.
Definitely, keep it up. Keep up the great work. So, Carlos, thank you so much. I commend you for your work with the YMCA. Thank you for your contributions to uplifting our young people to make sure that they have the resources and tools to be change agents. So
thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, please a round of applause for Secretary General of the YMCA, Mr. Carlos Sanvee.